Hey guys, so it's me, I'm back. And I'm taking a little time off from doing the YouTube. I'm getting a little bit like I need to prioritize better and kind of map out when I'm gonna be doing my videos and when I'm gonna be doing like just certain things, because I'm falling behind on the things that I have to do and I want to be more successful. Like part of my 75 hard plan is to prioritize my critical tasks and things. I'm not doing a very good job at that. So if you're wondering, I am still doing 75 hard. Today is day 13 and it is Monday morning. I'm sitting, if you're wondering why I'm in my car, I'm sitting here waiting for my daughter to finish her dentist appointment, her orthodontist appointment. So I figured since I'm sitting here, I might as well put together this video of a few questions that I wanted to get addressed by some of my friends that were asking me. And so here it goes. First two things I was asked was, how do I start? How do I start a diet? Where do I start? What do I do? So I kind of started thinking about what I was doing and where I started, and a little of my backstory. I was for those of you that are wondering, I said I was 35 and I lied. I'm 34. I always forget that I have the worst memory in the world. So okay, so where did I start? I've always started and stopped, always and started and stopped. And this last time, it was during COVID. I was sitting at home, 175, and I was like, you know what? I want to start walking. I want to start doing something. So I immediately sat down. I put all my macros together, and I was like, whoa, this is overwhelming. My bad habit is jumping all in, you know, going 150% in, and then I fail after about a week because I'm like tired. I don't want to do this anymore. So then I started saying, you know what am I doing? Like, I remember the point of rock bottom for me was sitting in my little workout room upstairs on the little bench that my mom has given me to work out on. I think it's like a total gym or something. And I'm sitting there and I have two mirrors. I have one mirror in front of me and one mirror to the side. And I'm sitting there, and as I'm doing the exercises, looking at myself, looking at this body that I've created, and I didn't recognize myself. I was like, oh my God. And I started crying. And I sat there and I was just crying and crying and crying. And it's just me in my room. Everybody's downstairs. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I was like, how did I let myself get here? How did I let myself get to this particular point in my life where I'm not happy? I'm not moving around. I'm not healthy. I can't even lift my body weight. And I was somebody who was, you know, I have two kids. Like I'm supposed to just lift them up and walk them up, and I'm getting tired by the time I get to the top of the stairs. I'm tired by the time I get to the bottom. I'm playing around with them and I'm tired, and I'm just always tired. Like that's just on repeat. Tired. So then I started asking myself, like, why do you want to start? Why? Well, I want to be able to move, first of all, without getting tired. I want to be able to put some clothes on and feel good and feel confident. I want to be able to, you know, go outside of my house and not have to wear my husband's clothes because that's the only thing that fits. I want to be able to put shorts on and not have to feel my legs rubbing together. Like I want to feel comfortable. That's where I started. And I said, okay, let me just put on a different hat. Let me just readjust and let's continue. So then I think this was like a Thursday. I started doing it again. And I couldn't do it. And I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and start small. So then I started counting my proteins. I started, so I downloaded my Fitness Pal, first of all. I had my Fitness Pal. I've always used it. And it wasn't working. It wasn't working. So then that's when I got my trainer. And she looked at the things that I was doing. And she was like, hey, you know what? Let's adjust some things. Let's get you into the gym, first of all, you know, let's get some protein in you, and let's get some supplements in you so that you can give your body some love, you know, because right now you're putting it through a lot of stress. I was thinking like walking 2 hours a day outside in the morning was going to make me lose weight. I was thinking working out every single day was going to make me lose weight, and it wasn't. I was overdoing it, and I was putting very little calories into my body. I was at maybe like 1,600 calories, 175 proteins, very little carbs, very little fat. So she readjusted. She put my proteins a little bit lower, my carbs a little bit higher, and my fats a little bit of moderate. Cut back on the walking. She was like, let's just focus on 10,000 steps a day and get you doing some weight resistance. And I said, okay, I'm cool with that. Immediately, I started seeing some weight come down. Whereas I hadn't seen anything come down. It was actually going up, and I wasn't understanding why. I was doing too much. And I was not putting enough food into my body. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You mean to tell me I'm supposed to eat more and do less? Like, how is that even going to work? I said, you know what? Trusted the process. I was like, all right, cool. And it started working, you know. The first thing I did wrong was I was trying to plug in my macros as I went through the day. And so, for instance, I'd have some breakfast and I'd plug in my numbers after I ate. And then I'd go to lunch and I'd plug in my numbers after I ate. And then I'd get to dinner and I'd be like, oh my God, what am I going to eat? I have nothing left in my bank. I was like, I did this for, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks, thinking I was going to get better. I was like, oh, hello, it's not working. Change it up. So then I said, okay. First tip, make sure that you plan accordingly to what you're going to eat the next day. So that's what I started doing. I started sitting down at night about 9 p.m., looking at all the foods that I wanted to eat for the following day. I plugged them in. And then when the following day came, I would try to make them. Second thing I did wrong was I was trying to make the food. So I had already planned it out, but now I was trying to make the food as I went. Ain't nobody got time for that, especially when you're working. So then I said, okay, now what do I have to do to be successful? Okay, let's plan to prep all your food for the following day. Tip number 2, prep your food the night before. It will set you up for success because now you are planned for all your days of food, your day's worth of food. Second, you have it made. Now you have more time to do whatever else you needed to do, less time having to spend cooking. So that was my success tip number 2. And I was trying to go to the gym every day. So then I was going about 5 days a week. And I was like, I'm not drinking enough water. What do I do? Got myself a nice little cool jug, you know. I was like, oh, this is gonna work. Definitely gonna drink water now because I have this cool jug. No, that didn't work. What helped me was setting up all the bottles of water that I needed to drink for the day. And if you're shooting for a goal, like mine was 1 bottle a day because I hate water. But now my goal is 128 ounces. So I set 8 bottles of water out and I drink them during the day. And I don't drink them anymore for fun. I know that I have to do it. So I just open, chug, toss. And then I wait about another hour, open, chug, toss. And I just repeat all day long. So that was my third thing. And then school started. School started, right? Because I was sitting at home during COVID being like, yeah, I rock, I win the day, I can do this. No, not when you have to start to go to school at 6:30 in the morning. Then what do you do? And I'm like, I'm gonna fail. I'm absolutely gonna fail because I have 0 time. What am I gonna do? And I started freaking out. So I had to have a long, hard talk with myself. You know, those are the best kind. I said, what am I gonna do? Where I have 0 energy already. What am I supposed to do? Go at night? Like, how in the heck is that supposed to happen? Because when I get home, it's 4:30. Then, sometimes 5. Then I gotta cook. It's 5 to 6. We're sitting down eating. Then 7, gotta put both kids in bed. Then it's like 8, 9. Now it's time for my time, trying to prep, right? Prep, put everything together. Then I gotta go to bed at 10 o'clock at night because I gotta wake up at 6. What am I gonna do? I have 0 time. What do you do when you have 0 time? Think about it. You make time, right? There's 24 hours in a day. This is a hard conversation to have, and I know, please believe me when I say this was the hardest thing I've ever have done. I had to make the time to get up, and I had to convince myself, and I had to have a long conversation. Like, if you really want these things, man, in life, you gotta go, and you gotta do it. So guess what I did? I set my alarm for 4 o'clock that next following morning, the day that I was supposed to go back to work, and I was at the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. No, I lie. I was there at 4:20, 4:30, because it takes me a long time to wake up and actually get to the gym. So then, now I'm successful because I planned accordingly, and I didn't make my excuse, and I made the time. So now I'm like, yes, I'm awesome because I can wake up and go to the gym every single day, right? So I'm there at the gym every morning at 4:30 in the morning, okay? I'm still doing the good things that I would been doing, planning at night, putting all my stuff together. Then I get home, then I get Manny dressed and woken up, and we're out of the house by 6:30, get to work at 7. I'm in the building, I'm working all day long. I leave at 4:30. Still get home, still cook, still get everything done, and then at night I have my time. I have my time to make myself successful for the next day, and that works for me. That works for me because now I have time. And you know, a lot of us who are moms, it's really hard to pull ourselves away from our kids at night because they need us. And this was a way for me to do it because everybody's still sleeping. My husband's still there, you know, they're still sleeping, and it was just enough time, 45 minutes in the morning, to get whatever I needed to get done and be successful. I have notes here because I wanted to make sure that I said everything I needed to say. The biggest thing for me was making the adjustments and actually starting it and making it part of my routine. It's hard. It's really hard. But once you get into like a groove, then you'll be successful. As I'm sitting here thinking, I forgot to tell you guys another pro tip, is make sure you have a scale. That also for me was a huge success because when you're eating 150 macros of fiber, proteins, you know, and you're eating a certain amount of carbs and you need a certain amount of fat, it's gonna be very important that you try to come as close to those macros as possible in order for you to be successful. And I am a little bit of a perfectionist, so I make sure that I measure all the way down to the gram. That's just me because I'm always in competition with myself, but that works for me, making sure that I'm hitting and I'm measuring every single gram of whatever it is that's going into my body. And then I'm tracking that, you know, and I'm staying true to that. And what's also worked for me is I love food, guys, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to find alternative recipes. So for instance, if I know that I like what is it? Oh, apple crisp. I just made apple crisp the other day, and I did the apple and I measured out, you know, how many grams of I wanted, and it was 80 grams. And then instead of doing the brown sugar and the butter and the flour and what else does that recipe call for? Oats. I swapped out the butter for, I can't believe it's not butter spray. I swapped out 2 tablespoons of flour for a couple of grams of coconut flour. And then I substituted the brown sugar for Splenda. And then I still kept my oats. I think it called for half a cup of oats, and all I did was a serving, which is 40 grams of oats. And then sliced up my apples, threw it in the microwave, put some fat-free whipped cream on top, and it was great. You know, just trying to be creative and finding substitutes for the things that you love. And I'm on the flexible diet, so that just means that I'm still able to indulge in a few of the things that I still like to eat. And it's really helped me keep my sanity because, you know, I like eating and I like food and it makes me happy. And then the biggest one for me that I got asked the other day was how do you still enjoy your coffee? If you guys know, it's a very good question because I like my coffee like half creamer and a little bit of, half of the cup creamer and a little bit of coffee and a lot of sugar. And that was hard for me. And I like all those little special drinks from Starbucks. Oh man, guys, that was real hard for me. So here's what I learned. You can still have coffee. And it can still be delicious. Like right now, I have, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I experiment with coffee recipes all the time. So then my favorite right now is 2 shots of espresso. And then there's like this Quest protein. It's a salted caramel Quest protein drink. And I put that on top of ice and I pour my protein drink in there and it tastes just like a caramel frappuccino. And it's amazing and I love it. Another thing is for some energy. I really like right now by First Form. It is called Opta Greens, and whenever you're on a diet or changing your eating habits and things like that, you want to make sure that you're taking care of your body and giving it all the vitamins and stuff you need, right? And it's 2 scoops. It's green. It's a green powder drink, and you put that in your drink and you drink it, and it helps you with digestion and it helps you with your vitamins and it helps you feel good. So I suggest that. Take your multivitamins. Also, First Form has an awesome line of supplements, but you know, any multivitamin will help. Look for like when you're looking at your foods, Walden Farms syrup is amazing. There's 0 calories in it. I have also I can't believe it's not butter spray. Water, drink water, lots of water. If you cannot give up soda, feel free to drink a Coke Zero. What else? Bread. You know, there's several different bread options. Make sure your fiber is high so that you can continue to do things that you need to do with your body and movements. And yeah, keep your fiber high. And also there's like whole grain options. So take a look at those. They're going to be full of fiber and keep you full. Make sure that you are incorporating greens and vegetables in your meals so that you can stay full also. I am trying to think, what else? And just stay moving. You know, set a goal in your head. Like, today I want to make sure that I get outside and I walk. Today I want to make sure that I drink 8 ounces of water. Today I want to make sure that I prep my food, you know, and just get at it. And I'm here if you need me. I really hope that I got everything I needed in. By the looks of it, I might have. And reach out to me. I will love to help. I've already started helping some of my friends, you know, get started. And let me know. Good luck. See you soon.